It was an animal attack, spin-off episode selected.
After years truly of hearing about this fabled episode, this morning I finally watched Once More with Feeling, season 6,
Finally!
episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I'm so happy.
I've always known about people hype this musical episode, and I was like,
I figured you knew it existed. I've been avoiding mentioning it in front of you and on social media, but I was like, Sandile has probably heard about this through cultural osmosis. It is usually cited as the best one, or at least tied for first place with the Scrubs musical episode that I've never seen, because I've never really watched Scrubs. And that all the other ones that have tried to do a musical episode in an otherwise non-musical show have never come close to Scrubs and Buffy.
okay, interesting. I mean, the two episodes of Buffy that I knew about before actually watching Buffy were Hush and Once More with Feeling, which I think makes a lot of sense.
Two of the most popular ones.
Yeah. I definitely think it's one of the better ones. I wouldn't say it's the best one I've ever seen. And that's fine. It's really good for like early 2000s stab at the like episode musical. It's really good for the fact that almost none of those actors are like performers. And I just love that they're going for it. I love that they're like, hey, we're gonna...
Well, singers.
Well, I say performers meaning singers and dancers, because there's some dancing going on in the episode as well. And it's like, this is not your natural state, and it shouldn't be. You're an actor, you're a thespian, that like this isn't... that it shouldn't be required of you typically, but here we are.
A fun bit of trivia is that Willow sings barely at all in the episode because Alison Hannigan was terrified and begged to not have to sing.
Bless.
And the now late Michelle Trachtenberg also didn't want to sing and said, hey, I've actually been trained in ballet. Could I do a dance routine instead? Which is why she has her ballet number before she gets kidnapped.
Go off, Ice Princess. Love that for her. Because I did know that there were two actors who had requested to do as minimal or no singing, and I knew one was Alison Hannigan. I couldn't figure out who the other one was. I thought maybe it might be Buffy, because she sings right at the beginning, and then for 2/3 of the episodes she doesn't. And I was like, yeah, she was like, I'll give you this one, but please, I'm an established actress. I can actually pull my weight. I didn't know it was Michelle. So was it someone else singing for her in that brief moment that she does sing? Because she sings when she's dancing with that demon.
Yeah, she sings right at the end of the song. Maybe she was singing it. Maybe she was like, okay, I'll do these few lines. Because what does she sing? She sings, but you see, you and me wouldn't be very regal. What I mean, I'm 15, so this queen thing's illegal.
Is that...
I'd be pissed if I missed. My sister's the Slayer. Something like she has like 4 lines in the song. So I guess they were like, can you give us 4 lines? Is that okay?
She's like, yeah, all right, fair enough. But yeah, I did like the music. I especially the numbers that weren't specifically like, you know, musical numbers in the classical sense. I was like, wow, this music is so 90s. And I was like, oh, wait, yeah, obviously. This is 2001. I was like, the Cranberries. There was a moment where Emma Caulfield breaks out in like this like kind of 90s rock era, like quite literally.
Bunnies aren't just cute like everybody supposes.
I was like, this is just straight up the Cranberries. And I was like, of course it is. This is the era of the Bronze. This is the era of P3. Like, this was the time. I thought that was really fun.
I'm obsessed with so many of those songs. I love I'll Never Tell, which I'm like, when you're getting married and you really shouldn't be.
I bet you wouldn't tell. God damn, this wedding storyline has taken up so much space, and I'm just like, I know this is gonna end badly. I feel it in my bones. I wish I didn't have to watch this train wreck, but anyway.
I love Giles and Tara's respective songs, and then their reprise, which is like a duet. They are the two people in the cast who could actually sing, like proper singers.
I didn't know Amber Benson could sing. It was pretty good.
We love I'm Under Your Spell.
Beautiful.
Witches and lesbians all over the world cheered.
And then I was like, oh no, the reprise. Oh no.
Yeah. I have been dying for you to get through season 6 because it is so juicy. For Tara and Willow in particular.
I'm in a place of struggle. I'm not doing okay.
and because of, I mean, maybe when Buffy came out, unless you were reading like superhero comics, the morality of mind control wasn't something a lot of people were thinking about. But certainly now in the era we exist in, anyone who deals with sci-fi and supernatural, we all know how we feel about mind control. I've been dying to see what you would say when we got to this era. And it's like, we had a fight and then you wiped my memory of the fight.
With a flower of Lethe, the river that makes you forget? Damn, girl. It sucks. Willow's my fave too, and I'm struggling. Like, I understand.
I can't get into too much because obviously you need to finish season 6. But a lot of people, when they've gone back and analyzed this, are like, Willow erases Tara's memory of the fight, and then they sleep together.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
if your girlfriend probably wouldn't have slept with you if she'd had all the information available to her.
Yes.
What is
It is
this?
concerning at the very least. It is not a good dynamic. Yeah, I can't lie. I'm in a rough place with my girl Willow. It's tough. Like earlier in the season, I was like, there's a version of events that we could have been working with something here, but it's really hard to stick with it with every new thing that crops up. And I'm like, God. And I was like, finally, the heaven confession. Let's please just work through this. It's crazy. It makes sense that it's taken this long, but I just need people to say things and talk about things. Otherwise, we're all wasting time. But of course, it's a TV show, so that's not how it works.
Get to the next episode ASAP. Things get even juicier. That's all I'll say on that for now. Sarah Michelle Gellar, who has said about this episode, she was quite terrified. It was a challenge.
I understand that,
she didn't want to do it, but she was proud of her work, and she will definitely never do it again. That's what she said at the time. She was like, never singing it again.
Yeah. I'm proud of it. I think it was quite good. I like the vibe.
I love Walk Through the Fire. She also sings a lot in that one, and then she's got the song at the end. I don't really care for that one.
Yeah, it's the
give me something to sing about.
Give me something to sing about. Yeah. I was like, this is all right.
I love Spike's song. I really wish James Masters could sing because it could have been really good, but unfortunately, he's struggling.
I thought he was all right for the vibe they were going for with the song. I was like, of course he sounds like that guy from the band Lit, from like a late 90s, early 2000s, like grunge rock band. I was like, this is Matchbox 20. This is like someone who's trying to be Nirvana. I was like, yeah, this fits for who Spike is. Well, if it was who Spike is, it would have been like a British, like 80s Thatcherite kind of vibe. But for who James Masters is, it makes sense to me. So I was like, I don't need him to hit any high notes. This exact vibe, these chords, it makes sense to me. I just don't like Spike, so I did skip through a lot of what he was singing because I didn't care.
Oh well, the lyrics are really important because the reason they wanted to do a musical is because they were like, this is the season where all of y'all are keeping a lot of secrets and internalizing a lot of stuff. And what does musical theater often do? You sing stuff you can't say out loud, sometimes right in front of someone and who can't hear what you're saying.
And I was like, that's interesting that's how it happened because Buffy could hear. I guess it is Buffy. This is the link in both cases because Buffy heard his song where nobody else was hearing what other people were saying, and when she confessed the heaven thing, everyone heard her. So I guess that's maybe a Slayer interaction to this musical stuff, which is fun.
I guess they're playing both sides of it. They're like, people are singing and being honest in ways that they wouldn't be able to be in the real world, but there is some level of, I can hear what you're saying.
Playing with
I guess
the
it's kind of like,
diegesis.
I'm drunk, so I'm not absorbing all of it.
We love diegetic crosses in this household. It's what we're about.
One of my favorite lines, and I have many, but one of my favorite lines is in the Walk Through the Fire, which is kind of an ensemble piece.
Yes.
Where Spike is singing about, oh, Buffy's gonna go off and fight this demon. Ha, I hope she dies. He says, I hope she fries. I'm free if that bitch dies. Then immediately turns around and is like, I better help her out. And I'm like, oh, you are so whipped and conflicted.
So because I was like, I think I get the gist of it from the first song he did. I don't have to hear the same shit 3 times over. I'm tired. I'm over it. I'm ready to be past it. I didn't care at the beginning. I don't care now. And every time I'm like, of course, in the storyline where she feels removed from her friends and she feels like she can't talk to them, that's when they're like, oh, and Spike will be there. He's the only one who understands her. I bet they were tickling their little nips about it, ready to slide him into the story. I'm just like, I don't freaking care. Get me to the end.
I won't. You'll finish season 6, but a really important line is sung right at the end of that episode as Buffy and Spike are about to kiss.
Just tell me what it is, because I skipped through that entire last bit.
Oh, really? It was really important, because she goes to him and she sings.
The moment he left the group number, I was like, good, go. And then when she went after him, I was like, I know what's going to happen. I don't need to watch this. And I skipped to the end of the episode.
No, you need to stop doing that. Stop assuming things, because there is nuance to stuff that you need to actually see. But anyway.
You retell it to me now. That's less annoying to me.
She sings, this isn't real, but I just want to feel. I want the fire back. She tells Spike in that moment, I am grief-stricken. What's about to happen here, this kiss, it's not real. I'm depressed.
I'm depressed and I'm looking for something to wake up the spark. Okay, well that's something.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm now not as mad as I was going to be, but I'm still a bit mad.
I know, because the whole time I know you've had your feelings about the whole Spike thing, and I'm like, I don't want to spoil anything for you. So all I've been saying is watch the show and don't assume that you know exactly how things are going to unfold.
But it's just like, I know how these things work, and I know that it rarely matters what happens textually. It matters what remains once the show is done. And I know from osmosis, because I live in the pop culture world, how all this shit shakes down.
Season 6, though, as its season and the way things unfold. I mean, you know, in every fandom, you're always gonna have people who are reading things in a way that maybe we're like, is it? I mean, we have Bonkai shippers.
Exactly. Precisely that.
But I will say, surprisingly, you know, given all of Joss Whedon's sins,
right,
this thing unfolds in a way that I think is not going to be everything you assume that it is.
You don't know what I assume and what I don't.
That's all I'll say.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I just wanted to say, like the musical episode, it's better than, I think to date, the one that lives in my heart is the Once Upon a Time one, even though I know it's not the best one, because there's like 2 or 3 songs in that are quite good. And then it's like the rest of them I could take or leave. The best one is probably, I guess it's the Riverdale ones. They do so many. What are the other ones? What are the other ones in the shows we've seen?
There's a Grey's Anatomy one that I quite like, but that I gather was considered a bit of a failure, considered a flop. And I was like, that's a shame. Sara Ramirez has a beautiful voice, and that's why that episode is centered around their character.
That's why the one number I've seen. Yeah, the How to Save a Life. I was like, oh, and we're literally in the operating room.
That one is an ensemble one, mostly led by Chandra Wilson, who plays Miranda Bailey, and Kevin McKidd, who plays Owen Hunt, because they can also sing. Kyler Lee, who we obviously know from
Supergirl.
The CW as Supergirl's adoptive sister, she can also sing, so she got to have a beautiful solo.
Cute.
Who else? I think it's really just the 4 of them who were like the actual singers in the cast at that point. The rest of them are just like providing backing vocals, and you can hear it's not all that great.
That's fair. Oh, there was the Flash musical episode with the Music Meister, played by Darren Criss.
Oh yeah,
as a little reunion of some Star Kids
with our Glee alums.
Yes, that one was nice. The only song I didn't care for in that one was the final ballad, Coming Home to You, because the musical was over at that point, and he was just like, I'm singing this to you, Iris, in our living room. And I'm like, that's sweet. Not my speed of song, not my kind of song. I want to go back to what's his name? Cisco Ramon in a fake night bar from the 50s. I want to see Iris's gay dad singing opera. Like,
you know,
come on.
A bunch of singers.
Right.
I was like, why is Kyler not in this episode? She can sing.
Right.
Bring
that
her
was
in.
Like, we brought Melissa Benoist, also a brilliant singer. Like, just throw Kyler in, it's fine. God, everyone is killing it in that episode. Yeah, I guess there's not that many that I've seen.
I've seen a few, but I'm drawing a blank now. Because whenever it happens, I'm like, oh, cool.
Fun. And then you
sometimes
move on.
It's fun, sometimes it's not that great.
But yeah, the Buffy one was pretty good, though. I did like it. I will go back and find the songs, because I'm sure they exist somewhere, and just listen to those.
I love the one that the demon, whose name is Sweet for some reason.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's ever said on screen, but his name is Sweet.
So
I love
good.
the one he sings. It's weirdly named because it's called I Know How You Feel, but the lyrics are I Know What You Feel. So I was like, I don't know why that is. Just on a personal note, wish that I had seen the musical episode earlier in life, because there was a musical I did in high school when I was in grade 11, where I played a character that kind of had that vibe to his musical number.
Yeah.
And I was like struggling to get the vibe down, little 16-year-old me. And when I then went and watched this years later, I was like, oh, that's what they were looking for. I should have just been Sweet. I was like, dang it. This is exactly what they wanted.
Just a little like kind of trickster being who has all the power, but it's just like, I'm watching how things play out. And you know that's a black man under that makeup and under that suit. Thank you very much.
Oh, I love when he changes his clothes. He's like all in red and he's like, don't you like my style?
To the blue.
Like suddenly his clothes turn blue and I was like, ooh.
Really good. Really good. I love that red-blue color theory.
Buffy's opening number is pretty good.
Sweet. I was there.
Sort of makes fun of the business of being the Slayer. She's like walking through it, like, I'm going through the motions. Here's some demons and a vampire. Here's a beautiful, sexy man who's a damsel in distress. I save him, and he's like, how can I repay? I'm like, whatever. I don't
Moving
care.
on.
I don't feel anything. I just want to feel alive.
It was so funny to me that guy looked like a mix of Riley, whatever his surname was, don't care about him, and Ben of Glory
Flynn.
and Ben. He looked looked like a combination of those two men. I was like, that's funny. But yeah, I like that they just went into it. It was just like, opening, it's a musical, she's singing, goes back to, everyone is like, hey, did anybody else break into song randomly? And they're like, oh, thank God, I thought that was just me. I was like, oh, this is perfect. It's really, really funny.
Oh, what did you think of Giles's song? Like, how much of it did you absorb?
No, I mean,
how fair did you feel it was?
Thematically, I understand where he's coming from. And this is a feeling I have generally about the season, is like, thematically, I understand where everyone's coming from. I just wish we were going about it better. Because the point he's making is right, but the execution he's looking to carry out is just like the worst way to do it, you know? To just be like... Because it is true that from his perspective, since she's been back, she's been relying on him to carry out all the human tasks of things while she just goes and slays. And it's like, okay, yes, you vowed to help her, but she's not reconnecting with anything. She's just floating now. Like, she won't even connect with her sister and like pay attention to clearly the stuff that's going on that's taking her astray. Because literally in the last few episodes,
kleptomania.
Dawn has been up to some shit, and it's been a while since I've been annoyed by Dawn, but I'm back there now, and I'm like, you know what? It's fair. It's because Buffy doesn't have an eye on you, and truly they have not learned you should have an eye on Dawn at all times in this goddamn show. Otherwise, some shit's happening off screen in the B-plot. And he's like, yeah, I might be coddling you in this respect. Like, in taking care of every other aspect for you, because obviously you've been through so much, I might be stopping you from like fully reintegrating into the world and like trying to get back to some sense of normalcy. That makes sense. But to be like, no, I'm not gonna help you. You have to do this yourself. It's like, okay, it's a demon who can't be killed. What do you think the outcome's gonna be of that, Giles? I don't know. But I'm curious how this is going to play out. My assumption is he's going to leave again because he is a guest star, so I don't know.
Is he?
I think so.
And Stewart Head.
I think the two things that change is he's a guest star and Willow is now, and Alison Hannigan as Willow, which is a very Holly Marie Combs as Piper thing to happen in Charmed. I thought that was fun.
It's because... she was now like of American Pie fame.
Yes. She was now far and away the big star. So I was like, okay, fair enough. Oh, there was one really good tracking shot through the city as Giles, Xander, and... was it Buffy or was it Anya? I can't remember. They're walking through the city and talking while musical numbers are happening off in every corner, because this was something that was happening to everybody in Sunnydale. And I saw that some of the scenes were the two main writers of the show. The guy who got the mustard stain out of the laundry, and then the lady who got a parking ticket for parking in front of a hydrant. I thought that was cute.
I loved it.
It's like, of course you should pop off in your own show. Go off. Yeah, good episode.
Spin-off episode ends. Email us at animalattackpod@gmail.com, tweet us at animattackpod, that's at ANIM attackpod. Cheers.